Hi, geometry. I'm still trying to figure out. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Just trying to get everything organized and get us ready for the next few weeks because I think that things are evolving and we have to pay attention to it. So I'm hoping that you guys are able to stay home. If you're helping friends and family, like with children, I know it's really, really hard to keep them separated. I'm trying to take my kids for walks. You shouldn't take them to playgrounds right now because the research that I've seen is that it can stay on things for 3 days alive, right? Like so you would always hope that like as soon as it touches the ground, touches something else, it's going to die. Well, it's not. So 3 days. So that means, you know, taking them for walks, letting them look at the mouse on the side of the thing without touching because there's maggots in there and that's science. That kind of kid stuff. All right, so I have started to organize. I know these are on YouTube, so anyone can share them. But what I am trying to do also is so this is what the problem we're going to work on right now, the Quinceanera Centerpieces. I am making a new geometry folder that you can find in the description of our YouTube page. So let's try to find that real quick. Let me see if it'll pop right up. YouTube, fast forward through this if you already know it. Who's Kid Crow? So many funny things come up. Okay, so my page that you guys obviously got to somehow because you're seeing this video has the videos here. In my about section, I have put an Algebra 1 folder and a geometry folder, so like everyone has access to both. Because, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? You do geometry ahead of time, awesome. Or you need some Algebra 1 review, here you go. So those are going to be in there, and then I'll put the link for the video in here, and hopefully it'll get nice and organized. Okay. Yesenia is planning to create centerpieces for her quinceanera. Please excuse my pronunciation. Each centerpiece will be made from a cylindrical glass vase that is 28 centimeters tall and has a radius of 6 centimeters. She will fill them halfway with water and then add marbles until the water line is 3/4 of the way up the cylinder. Nice, pretty. All right, what is the volume of marbles she will need for each centerpiece? Okay, so a couple ways we can think about it. And I can do them all the ways. I'm going to try to keep these videos as short as possible. Let me just make sure I'm recording. I am. I have recorded with that. I mean, thought I was recording and was not. Okay, so I'm just going to double check. You know, I'm crazy. Okay, so we can think of it a couple of different ways. We can say, okay, well, how much is the volume of the whole cylinder? And then figure out, so we could, you know, for fun, I'm going to do that. It might not be something that I have to do, but it's okay. That's where I'm going first. I know I've been finding volume of cylinders. So let's find the volume of this cylinder that's 28 centimeters tall and 6 centimeters radius. Okay, so I always do, I'm going to zoom in. I always do my volume equals area of the base times the height. And in this case, my base is a circle. So I'm going to do pi r squared, that's my area of my base, times my height. It is straight up, it's you know, meeting at the 90 degrees at the bottom. So that means that I don't have to worry about that 1/3 business. All right, so it's going to be pi times my radius, which is 6 squared, times my height, which is 28. And for fun, I'm just going to keep them as, I'm going to keep it as pi, just because I don't have to worry about it. So I know 6 squared is 36, but let's just do it. 6 squared times 28, so that's 1008. So 1008 pi, okay? And that is centimeters cubed. And remember, I got 3 dimensions. 2 dimensions come from this guy, and 1 dimension comes from that guy. So that's where that cubed comes from, or like centimeters and yes, 3D objects. Okay. So I know the volume of my cylinder is 1008 pi. But I'm just looking for the marbles. And on one hand, I know that I'm putting in half of the volume will be water, right? And I can figure that out. I don't know that I need to figure it out, but that's okay because it's asking me about marbles. So some of you might jump and say, I know what part of the vase, I don't know, will be marbles. So I'm just going to jump and do that. But I'm just going to think about this one step at a time. I know that the whole thing is this. So the water, I know, is going to be half of it, right? She will fill the water halfway. So my water is going to be half of this. Well, half of 1,000 is 500. Half of 8 is 4. So I'm going to have this much water. And maybe it's going to ask me that later. All right, now it talks about marbles until the water line is 3/4 of the way. So does that mean that it's 3/4 of the whole thing? So 3/4 of this one. Pause for thought. No, right? Because we already have half of it full with water. So we just need to add how much more to get to the whole, to get to 3/4? Well, if half is full, we need to add another 1/4 of the volume to fill it 3/4 of the way. So the marbles will be half of the half, right? So if I do 504, if I do half of 504, which I know half of 500 is 250, half of 4 is 2, then I need this marbles. What does that mean? Well, I'm just keeping it all like that as opposed to doing, if I wanted to do 1008 times pi, right? That, and then I could have divided that by 2, which is, in fact, I'm going to just hit enter. That's going to be the same thing as 504 times pi, right? Oh, look, it's the same thing. And then instead of having to plug that back into my calculator, I can just do 252, right? Just because I'm here, divided by 2, 252. So 252 pi is approximately 791.68. I think that would be good. So this, which is approximately, and I just said it, but I need to write it again, 791.68. 791.68 centimeters, not meters, but centimeters cubed. Okay, so what is the volume of marble she will need for each centerpiece? Here it is right here, okay? Because since we're filling it up 3/4 of the way, half of that is water. The other 1/4, because a half plus a 1/4 is 3/4, the other 1/4 will be the marbles. Okay, all right, so that's that one. Each marble has a diameter of 22 millimeters. Now, this is a bit annoying, right? Because here, centimeters, here, millimeters. Yesenia can buy bags of 100 spherical marbles for $4 per bag. How many 2-millimeter marbles will she need for 30 centerpieces? Okay. All right. So what I would do is I would first see how much volume you need for 30 centimeters because we figured out not 30 centimeters, 30 centerpieces. We figured out 1, so I could either, so for 30 centerpieces, right, I'm gonna do, because I have this 252 pi up here, I'm gonna do 30 times 252 pi, just instead of using this, I mean, it's gonna maybe be like hundredths or thousandths off, but might as well just do it the right way, right? So this 252 pi times your 30, and that's going to be that. Or we could do 252 times 30 and put that pi. I might do that. 7560. So I don't write the number. 7560. 7560 pi. Double check. 7560. I can write things down wrong sometimes. Okay, so that's how much I need for 30 centerpieces. They give it to us in diameter of millimeters. So I know that you guys are actually probably a lot more equipped to, I'm gonna sometimes have to do things for my children. Dude, that was like basically open. He just handed me a Gatorade bottle that was like open. He just wanted permission for it. That was nice. All right. We have been doing that for he and I as well. All right, so for 30 centimeters pieces, I need this. But this says it in millimeters, and you guys who are more versed in the in the metric system know that 22 millimeters is going to equal to 2.2 centimeters, and I would make that switch now to figure out how much because this will be my diameter, right? My diameter equals this, so my radius is going to be half of that, so it's going to be 1.1 centimeters. Okay, so again, I'm looking volume because all of this stuff is volume. So we have volume equals base times height, area of the base times the height. We need to figure out the volume of one. Yeah, find the volume of one marble. Oh, it's a spherical marble. So that is not the volume I'm looking for yet. The volume of a spherical marble. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So let's just do a different color so we have that. So the volume of a marble is going to equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. Well, our r is 1.1. So volume equals 4/3 pi times 1.1 cubed. And I'm going to say 1.1 to the third power is small, but 1.331. Now that gets multiplied times 4/3. Not a pretty number. Times pi, right? So might as well just throw the whole mess in. Throw the whole mess in, and we're going to get 5.58. I'm comfortable with that. So a volume of 1 is going to be approximately 5.58 centimeters cubed. All right, and what we need to get to is we need to get to this, right? Okay, so let's see how many marbles she is going to need. So maybe we should have that as the number with pi estimated. So we can say 23,750.44. And that 750.44, right? That's our whole volume that needs to be marbles, and each marble is 5.58. All right, so we'll throw that in, and feel free, right? You can do, because I love to do so much because I'm so extra. All right, this, right, divided by this mess. Copy, paste. And that's going to give me the most precise answer, right? So that means, and we can't do part of a marble in there, so I'm okay with 4,260 marbles, all right? So that's going to be 4,260 marbles are needed for all of the volume of the 30 centerpieces. Okay, that's gonna be the best estimate. Now, they come in bag, I know, now, next thing. It's okay, you can rewatch this and pause and slow me down, or quicken me if you need to. All right, so 100 marbles come in a bag. So I need to take my 4,260 divided by 100 to see how many bags of marbles I need. Now, I need at least this much, so that means I can't buy a part of a bag. This isn't like the grab and go, it's for penny candy from when I was a kid. You guys don't probably look at this. Okay, so this would be, so these zeros cancel, so this goes in there, 42.6 bags, but you can't buy a part of a bag, so we're gonna say we need 43 bags of marbles, right? And each one costs $4 per bag. Now, how many will she need to do the centerpieces? She's going to need, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. What a surprise. I just love math. So she's gonna need 4,260 marbles. And then, we already did this one. How many bags will she need to buy? she will need to buy, and I'll type this out so that we can see it, Yesenia, and I don't want to spell it wrong, but Yesenia, is that the better pronunciation? Feel free to correct me. Yesenia will need 43 bags of marbles, period. We'll do period. This will cost her. Okay, so she needs 43 bags of marbles, and they're $4 per bag, right? So 43 bags of marbles times $4 a bag, $172. Did I read that right? Because I read things backwards sometimes. 172. This will cost her. Dollar sign goes first, not the and sign. Dollar sign goes first because that's mine. 172. Okay. Sorry, I'm pausing because I can't imagine spending $172 on marbles. That's crazy. I guess people have money like that. All right, so that's what we do there. So what we did here, just for your reference, is we did 43 times 4 equals 172. Okay, because we did this math. This math comes here and this math goes there. All right. Would it be cheaper to buy bags of 100 marbles measuring 16 millimeters in diameter for $3 each? Defend your answer using mathematics. Okay. Well, we still need the same amount of space, right? Because we're still doing 30 bags. 30 centerpieces. So we still need, and I'm just going to write that down again, we still need 7,560 pi worth of marbles, because that's 30 marbles. Ooh, nope. 30 centerpieces, and that's the volume of marbles I need for each centerpiece. Get it right. That's what it is. Okay, so I still need that much. Instead of here finding the volume of one that is 1.1 or 22 millimeters apart, now I got to do 16 millimeters apart. All right, well, I'm going to zoom more in on this one. A lot of scrolling, and just bear with me and I'll try to rewrite this. This is like a child did it. Okay, so 7,560 pi is what we need. Okay, so if it is 1.6 centimeters, because that equals to 16 millimeters in diameter, right? This is diameter, measuring in diameter. So that means my D equals this. So R is going to equal 0.8 centimeters, right? Because I just took half of it. All right, so we want to find the volume of a marble, and that is 4/3 pi R, which is 0.8 cubed. All right, and I'm going to put that, so 0.8 cubed, right? Times pi times 4/3, not 4.3, but 4 divided by 3. So this is going to be about 2.14. It's approximately 2.14 centimeters cubed, right? So instead of previously it was 5.58, now I have 2.14 centimeters cubed. Okay, so it's a lot smaller, but let's see how many marbles we'll need. So again, I'm going to use this information. I'm going to put 7,560 pi, because that's the number, that's the amount of volume I need divided by the volume of one marble, which is this whole mess, which I'm just going to write shorthand here, 2.14 there. But I am going to put in the whole thing. I'm going to put in, well, this top. Might as well just copy it, right? Because, well, I'm just going to write it. So it's 2,560 pi, 2,560 pi, and that's going to get divided by this mess. And I'm just going to copy and paste it again so that it gets as precise as possible. So that means I need 11,074, or I'm going to go with 11,075 because you can't have a part of a marble. So I'm going to do that equals to 11,075 marbles. 075 marbles, right? And not marbles. I have told my son how many times today to switch his B and his D around and look at his mother. So 11,000 marbles. They come in bags of 100. So really, I can move my decimal point 2 spots over. That is dividing by 100. It's just going boop, boop. So that means I'm going to need 100, and I'm going to say 11 bags, because you can't buy a 0.7 of a bag, but I still need those marbles. So I'm going to say 111 bags. And would it be cheaper to buy them if they were $3 each? Okay, so now I'm going to have to do this, the 111 bags times 3. So it's going to give me, it's not a tough one, $333. Nope, buy the bigger ones. They make more sense. All right. I know it doesn't seem like it should be that different. And maybe I made a mistake somewhere. And if I did, please feel free to let me know, because I am one that can make mistakes. But that is your quinceanera problem. I hope that you all are doing well. I'll try next week to get better at like doing a couple videos every day. I'm sure that things are all happening very quickly, and you guys don't actually have to do any of this new work, but it's not really new work. It's stuff we probably should have already done. So catch up, just like my house cleaning. Don't look behind me because my son has decided that this is now going to be his room, living room. Totally cool. All right, miss you all. Hope you're doing well, and be well.